Hey everybody, this is Kingdom Song 3, 2, 1. I play the game so you remember them. Well, considering how last time I did a Spyro game, let's do another Spyro game. Considering how the other two times I did a Spyro game and one had a good one, the other one had a bad one. Yeah, you try to see which one. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and review another Spyro game. And that Spyro game is The Legend of Spyro. The start of all the Legend of Spyros that ever came up. Now, this Legend of Spyro is not my favorite Legend of Spyro, but heck, it was the first one I got, so let's get this started. Story goes like this. Spyro is a dragon that was born among dragonflies. Yeah, that would seem pretty awkward. Anyways, he was born around dragonflies, and for about a few years, and I don't know how, he mistakes himself to think that he's a dragonfly. Yeah, I have no idea how that works, but for that game, I have to give it credit that they at least trying to make a backstory. Like, I mean, heck, it was probably hard to figure out how they was going to do this, where he was born among dragonflies. I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I would have thought it was different among all the other people. So, within all of it, yeah. Okay, let's continue with the story. Anyways, Spyro thinks he's a dragonfly. Yeah, that's a go figure. One day, Sparks and Spyro decide to play hide and seek or catch or whatever kind of game they were playing, obviously. And Sparks get caught. And that's when suddenly Spyro figures out his true abilities. He breathes fire and obviously starts the whole thing going on. He finds out that he's not really a dragonfly and actually goes to get some answers. He ends up running into Ignitus, the fire guardian, and he tells Spyro that he's actually a dragon, not a dragonfly. And so, from then on, he had to go and find all the other guardians and also defeat a new incoming threat, Cinder, the black dragon. Yeah, and by the way, in the beginning, all the dragon eggs were killed. Yeah, we're kids. Anyways, this is, now let's explain gameplay. Since it was mainly on the GameCube, but it was also put on the PlayStation 2. And since I have the GameCube version, I'll just explain the GameCube version controls. Anyways, A is how you jump, B is how you use your element, X and Y, completely forgot, R is how you charge, and no, not as in charging attacks, I mean as in like literally charge right into your enemies, running straight at them with your horns at them. Z is how you use your special, and that's only when you fill up the gauge that's near the HP thing. And yeah, then you also have the option of having 4 elements, but you get those 4 elements way later on in the game. So what you first start off with is fire, then you learn electricity, then you learn ice, and then you learn earth. And of course, that one's the very last one, not for the last level, but it's the very last element you get. You get 4 elements. So, yeah, you're only limited to 4, but of course you can also upgrade them so then they can be better, and so you can use it in different kinds of scenarios. Okay, no, you can't use it in different kinds of scenarios, but still, yeah. But the main element I use is fire. There's also those few times that you actually get to fly, which I mentioned in an earlier video in The Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon, where I said you can fly anytime you want in that game, but before you couldn't fly that much. And that's this game. In this game, you only get to fly twice. That's when he first learned that he could fly, and when he was running away from Cinder. Yeah, I don't think that's really much of an important part for that. I mean, I get that's how you learn to fly, but if you're not going to be flying a lot, I mean, if you're not going to be flying that much, there's no point in I mean, seriously, they gave a full-out tutorial on the very first one. What was the point of that? I mean, seriously, you only fly twice in the game. What was the point of giving an instructional, full-out tutorial on something you was only going to do twice? And the first one was the tutorial. Now, you'll probably hate them for doing that, and if you do, something's wrong with you. Because it's not that bad. I just don't really like the fact that they did that. I mean, heck, it was the funnest part of the game. I mean, you get to fly around and actually shoot fireballs at people. I mean, who doesn't want to be flying? I mean, seriously, that's literally everybody's favorite thing to do. Heck, a lot of people like to fly. There are those fire users out there, but there are a lot of people that like to fly. Heck, Elijah Wood even wanted to like the ability to fly. By the way, Elijah Wood's the guy, the voice actor for Spyro, if you didn't know that. Anyways, yeah, what I think about it. I have to admit, there were things in the game I actually didn't like. Like the flying thing that I was just talking about for like about a few seconds now. Like, I wish they added more flying levels. I mean, like, every time you go off to another realm or something, then they put a flying level in the beginning of it. Yeah, that would have been more nice. Then also, if you could actually go back on levels, like in, how they did in the other one, the Dawn of the Dragon, where you could go back and not have to, you know, redo all of it in order to go back into it. Yeah. So there's those things that really were not that entertaining to me. But of course, there's that one time where after all that you did, you actually get to have all your elements after you beat the game, and you also get to play it again, but like after the tutorials and all that stuff, because you don't want to sit through all that again. So like after that, after you beat the game, you get to play it again, but with all the elements that you had in the beginning. And of course, I also like that. And there's also the whole character thing and all that. I mean, if they were going to build up a character, at least try and, you know, make them have more personality. I mean, heck, I like Ignitus. I mean, I'm trying to say this name. Ignitus. I like him because he's a serious and all-out character. He's mainly there most of the time. And mainly of all, man, he's cool. I mean, seriously, for an old guy, he's cool. I especially like Spyro, though in the beginning I thought it was pretty weird for actually thinking he's a dragonfly, not noticing the many differences between him and Sparks. I'm actually very surprised on that. But I thought he was a pretty cool character too. Sparks, though people think he's cool and is very headstrong, I just straight up think he's annoying. I'm not trying to insult Sparks. I mean, he was way annoying before, I have to admit that, but I mean, at least he was better in this game. He was still sort of annoying because of all the smart remarks, especially when I'm playing the game. Yeah, it was really annoying. So, my rating. I would have to give this 8 out of 10. Not mainly because of all the things I hated, but mainly the things I liked. I almost like it too much. The gameplay was actually pretty decent. The story was actually pretty good, and there were other things about that too. So I guess if you have any better or worse ratings, then comment below and tell me what you think. Well, this is Kingdom Sonic 321. I play the game, so you remember them.